What is up, YouTube? What is up, family? We have another request. This time, we got 10 things that you should never do in Germany. You just don't do it. Just don't do it. Don't do it. So now we figured out I think it was 10 things you should not do in Indonesia. Now, what not to do in Germany. Then we'll figure out what not to do in France, what not to do in Spain, what not to do in Italy, blah, 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 blah. And then when everybody wants to travel, and they say to themselves, I don't want to piss anybody off. Where should I go? You're going to come to this channel and you're going to check out the videos and you're going to realize, now I know what not to do. You understand? All right, so let's go. I forgot the guy's name. I'm sorry. I've seen him before. I know who this is. It's some sort of ex-NFL player, I believe, who has moved to Germany. So he'll know probably more than anyone what not to do because very likely he did it at some point. So, yeah, let's pay attention. Damn, I can't believe I forgot his name. But that's me. I forget what I did yesterday. So, anyway, let's not forget what not to do in Germany. Let's go. Let's check it out.
The following information is for entertainment purposes only and should not, under any circumstances, be used to actually upset or offend a German person in real life. Unless that is your goal, then feel free to take these techniques. So, let's get into how to upset a German.
Oh, how to piss off a German. Well, it says you should never do. Okay, so if you don't do what he says, you're going to piss them. All right, I got you. How to upset a German. I could think of one way, talking about something, but we're not going to discuss that. Respect the right to complain?
Do not, under any circumstances, ever compliment Germany. See, Germans love to be able to complain about their country. It's a national pastime, complaining about things that are not working perfectly, whether it's, kind of bad weather or the trains aren't running on time. Okay, that's good to complain about. That is pretty bad. But Germans do not like when you overly compliment their country because then it takes away their natural right and instinct to complain and be upset that things are not perfect.
I'm sorry. Have I offended you all with your German videos where I actually sit there and say how beautiful your country is? I apologize. Your country sucks. It's terrible. It's ugly. It's horrible. And your politicians are awful. And your president's awful. And your food sucks. There you go. You guys feel better now? All right. I didn't notice. I apologize. I'm sorry I said your country's beautiful. I apologize. I didn't know. I'm sorry.
So, do not compliment Germany too much. It will make Germans upset.
I'm sorry. I didn't know that. I'm sorry. How dare you contact...
I am currently at work right now. I'm filming the Stuttgart Surge playoff.
He was a San Diego Charger? No.
Game here.
Raven, maybe? Was he a Raven? I forgot what he was.
Here in Stuttgart, but a surefire way to upset a German is to contact them about work stuff outside of work hours. This is a big no-no in Germany. In Germany, personal and home life are separate from work life.
It really should be like that. I 100% agree with. Leave work at work. Otherwise, your whole life will be ruined. You're going to constantly be thinking about work. I tell my wife this all the time. Like, oh, why are you complaining about work in the house? Like, just leave that shit at work. You know what I mean? We don't want to hear it. Your job sucks. We get it. So I agree on this one. I agree, Germans. I agree.
I learned this the hard way a little bit when I was working with a German guy on a creative project, and I kept texting him about it after hours, in the evenings, and on weekends.
Oh, wow.
And he got kind of upset with me. He had to tell me, hey man, I'm not going to respond to work stuff after hours. This is my personal time. I know this is very normal for Americans to bring their work home with them. I do it kind of often, but this is not something that goes over well in Germany. So do not invade a German's personal time with work stuff unless you want to upset them.
I agree. Drive to survive. Oh, this probably has to do with the Autobahn.
We've all heard all about the legendary driving situation in Germany, that the Autobahn is this crazy road that you can drive as fast as you want on, which is kind of true in some parts of the Autobahn. But this point has to do with driving in Germany. And that is, if you are not peeling out like a race car street drag racer the second the light turns green here in Germany, you will get bombarded with aggressive honks from behind you.
Really?
See, in Germany, the light turns from red to yellow to green. The little yellow in between gives you sort of like a warning, like, hey, we're about to turn green. And most Germans expect you to have the instincts of Lewis Hamilton, the F1 driver, and get your car into first gear and peel out the second it turns green. If you have any slight delay, even if it's half a second, you will just be aggressively honked at. Germans get very upset when you steal half a second from them in traffic.
I love it. It's like New York City, basically. Okay. It's like that in New York City. He forgot to mention that. That's exactly what it's like in New York City.
The most disliked video I ever got on this YouTube channel, where I got the most backlash ever, was a video where my friend Rudy and I recycled glass bottles, but we did it wrong. I was appalled at how angry my German viewers got at this situation. It was like we recycled the bottles. We took them to like the city designated recycling spots.
Germans don't play, do they?
But people were really mad because these were deposit bottles and we could have gotten 10 or 20 cents per bottle. So
I'm also disappointed. Disappointed that you threw those bottles in the container. Honestly, I like you, but you deserve more dislikes on this one. Wow, you guys got mad as hell that he didn't get a couple. You lucky I didn't see you, scrub. Wow, for throwing away bottles and not getting money for them. Germany, what's up? You guys need. You know what, Germany? Look, Germany. You know what? I'll tell you after the video.
Recycled improperly. Do not do this if you don't want to upset Germans. Germans are very, very serious about recycling, and even a small mistake like this will get you blacklisted. So make sure you take care to recycle properly. Otherwise, you will upset a German.
Ghost in the house?
Okay, so the next point on the list is an interesting one. Who is that? Hold on one sec, guys. Someone's at the door. Whoa. Can I help you? No, but I can help you. Okay. Come on in. So, what's up?
High budget background.
So
this guy's funnier than I thought.
My full name is CyberGhost, and I am a VPN. Actually, I'm the most recommended VPN on Trustpilot.
See? Hello? Why? I was just talking about this in my other video. Why hasn't this sponsored me? You know how many people ask me for VPN? Say, I can't get on your Rumble site. There's a problem. They won't allow me. My country's not allowed. And I tell them, oh, just get a free VPN. They're out there all over the place. Or a really cheap one, or a really good one. And they're like, well, why don't you have a sponsor? We could get a code and get it cheaper. I said, I don't know. No one's contacted me. So maybe I'll just take this and go. And the next person that says you need a VPN, I'll say, go check out 10 things you should never do in Germany. In there, get your VPN. All right, that's what I'm going to do. It's the best I can do. What else can I do? So anyway, all right, so that had nothing to do with nothing, did it? Yeah, we know how VPN works. Well, at least I do. So this is a commercial. I got you. That was smart the way he did that. All right, I got you. Get those out of my house immediately. All right, let's do that.
Consider this situation. You are invited to a German friend's house. You get in your car, you drive over there, you park, you start walking into their house, they let you in, they open their front door, you walk in, and you keep your shoes on. Do not do this. I know people like to make fun of Americans for always keeping our shoes on inside, and it is kind of true.
Not in my house. My wife will bust your ass you come in here with dirty shoes. I'll tell you right now, she will bust your ass. So and trust me, there are a lot of Asians that live in the United States too. I dare you to walk in their house with shoes on. But a lot of people, they don't want to say, hey, could you please take your shoes off? But in their head they're going, I can't believe this son of a bitch didn't take his shoes off. So I mean, this one is. But okay, in Germany, all right, I got you. I understand. I wouldn't want. What if you stepped in some dog poop and then you're like, "Hey, we're here for dinner. Hi," and you walk in all throughout the house, you will get your ass busted. So I agree with what he's saying. I agree.
Do not do that in Germany. This is very out of order. In Germany, you
I
wear your
get it.
shoes on outside. When you come inside, you're not wearing your shoes. It's all part of the structure, the Ordnung.
Makes sense.
So wearing shoes on inside, don't do that unless you want to upset Germans.
I don't do that. We don't do that here.
Asking someone, how are you, when you don't actually care how the person is and you're just using it as a greeting. We Americans
do
do this a lot.
Yes,
Sometimes we say, hey, how are you? That just means hi. But when Germans hear that, Germans are very literal. And so when they hear, how are you, they give you a response. They tell you how they are.
Hey, how are you doing?
Now, if you're not willing to sit there and listen to how somebody is, then don't say, hey, how are you, to a German. It's going to cause confusion, it's going to make them a little bit annoyed, and they're going to get upset.
Oh, crap. I usually say, how you doing? Hey, how you doing? Okay. I'll remember that one. I say, hey, I don't want to know how you doing. There you go. That's how you say it.
If you're outside of Bavaria, talking about how great and beautiful Bavaria is. Bavaria is a very special state in Germany, but the rest of Germany is kind of upset that the whole world thinks that Germany is just Bavaria. Bavaria has the best branding worldwide of any part of Germany.
I know that castle. I know that castle.
But for the Germans outside of Bavaria, you don't want to hype it up too much and talk about how great Bavaria is because they get upset. Probably a little bit jealous, seeing as how Bavaria is the most beautiful part of Germany. So, if you are speaking to a non-Bavarian,
But don't tell them that it's beautiful. I guess don't say their country is beautiful.
just be cautious that if you hype up Bavaria too much and talk about how great it is, they might get upset.
Get out of the way.
Walking in the bike lane. I mentioned before, Germany loves its Ordnung, its structure. There's a lane for pedestrians, and then there is a bike lane for bicycle riding. If you walk in the bicycle lane, that is out of order. You're gonna mess things up, you're gonna mess up the flow. Bikers will scream at you, they'll ding at you with their little dingy bells, which I think they kind of have a right to do. It's also kind of dangerous. So, if you step foot in the bike lane, you might get yelled at in Germany.
I'm trying to think. I mean, in New York City, you'll get ran over. They won't even warn you. They'll just run over you. But yeah, I mean, it's a bike lane for a reason. Not for a dumb. It's not a dumbass lane. It's a bike lane. Dumbass stays to the get away from the bike lane because are you riding the bike? No, you're not. Well, then you're a dumbass if you're in the bike lane because you don't have a bike. It's not that hard to I get it. I can see. It's just Germans are more open, I guess. And where everyone else would get pissed off and be like, look at this idiot in the bike lane. They would just, all right, whatever, I'll ride around. Where a German says, hey, idiot, you're in the bike lane. See, that's all. They're outspoken. I like that. I like outspoken people. Yeah, don't keep nothing bottled in. Let it out. Let us know how you feel. That's okay. How dare you use that glass? You're not allowed to use glass. All right, let's see what this is.
Consuming a sacred German beer out of the wrong glass. That will very much upset a German. I learned this the hard way. I tried to drink a Weizen, a Weiss beer, out of the bottle, and my Bavarian friend slapped me on the wrist and told me never, ever to do that. You have to drink a Weizen out of a specific Weizen glass. There's other certain types of beers that you have to drink out of the proper glass. A Kolsch, you have to drink out of the small 0.2 liter glasses. Okay, so this is very serious.
Oh boy.
Do not drink a beer out of the wrong glass.
Well, but if I don't know the glass, I expect you to bring me the proper glass then.
It will upset Germans.
Uh-oh. Let me guess. See you at 6:30 means I better see your ass at 6:30. Not 6:31, not 6:32, not even 6:29. Your ass I better see you at 6:30. Is that what that means? Is that what that means?
This one is a little cliche and kind of over talked about, but that's because it's true, and that is being late. Aside from their trains, Germans are very punctual, and being punctual is a sign of respect. So when you're meeting with a German person or a group of Germans, do not be late. Have some respect for punctuality. I am a big fan of this one. I think being late is horrible. There are certain cultures where being late is just part of the culture. You say, hey, let's meet at 6:30. For some cultures, that means, yeah, well, we'll be there about 7:15.
So you guys would crucify my wife, basically. Germans would crucify my wife. It is absolutely impossible to get that woman out of this house at a particular time, so you know you will be at a particular place on time. It's like impossible. So what I've done now is I lie to her. I say, hey, we got to be there at 10. And then we get there at 10:40, and she's like, oh, we're late. I'm like, nah, we had to be here at 11, because I know you now. I lie. I have to. You force me to lie. So that's what you do. But that's what you do in a situation like that. That's what you do. Just lie. Just lie. Say, give them an hour ahead. And then when they're late, they're not.
7:30, not Germans. You say you're meeting at 6:30, you better be there at 6:25. Otherwise,
oh, you're allowed to be early. Okay, that's good.
You are late, which I'm a fan of. So if you want to avoid upsetting a German, do not be late.
Okay.
Also, if you want to avoid upsetting Nauf, do not be late.
I got you.
Just be on time.
Yeah.
Okay?
Thank you. I get you. No, I will not buy your groceries.
At the grocery store, you're in line. You put down your items on the conveyor belt behind somebody else's items. And you don't immediately slap down the divider stick. This will upset a German. They will look at you as if you were trying to sneak your item into their grocery pile and somehow get them to sneakily pay for your groceries. They will slap that stick down and look at you right in the face, real dirty. Germans love Ordnung, order. When there was no order between the groceries on the conveyor belts, it upsets them.
That's funny. Oh, you Germans. I better hear a lot of comments like this guy's exaggerating.
One of my most intense interactions here in Germany was from an old lady at the sauna. I was sitting in the sauna on my towel, and I've talked about how I'm a pretty sweaty guy, so even though I was following the rules properly, doing all the procedures, sitting on the towel, not 1 square millimeter of my skin was touching the wood, I ended up sweating through my towel. And then there was sweat on the wood from coming through my towel. When I got up and left that sauna, this woman came downstairs, found me, and yelled at me, wagging her finger in my face, telling me that you cannot sweat on the wood. No, you're doing this all wrong. I explained to her, hey, I sweat through the towel, you know, I'm a sweaty guy. No, she was incredibly upset. So if you sweat on the wood at all, people will be upset. So if you have a sweating problem, I don't know what to tell you.
Don't go to Germany.
I don't know what to tell myself. All right, guys, thanks again to the
That's funny.
sponsor of today's video,
man.
CyberGhost VPN, an awesome VPN at a great price. Check
Yeah, the VPN, I know.
free
CyberGhost, what's up? Why don't you contact me, all right?
description. Thanks a lot. All right, guys, that's all for today. Thank you so much for watching my YouTube channel. I really appreciate it.
You're good. He was funny. I like him. I like
Have a
this
lovely
guy.
day, and I will see you next time.
That was good. 10 things not to do in Germany. Damn, Germany. You guys, really, you need to calm down a little bit. You need to look. I have a solution. I have a solution, Germany. Y'all need a little bit of this, okay? So, before you leave the house and you go out into the public with everybody out there, hold it in. Release. Okay? Now, if you do that just 1 or 2 times in the morning before you leave for work, you might not get so angry. You might just laugh at somebody, actually. You might go, that idiot is sweating on the wood. Look at this fool. He's trying to put food on my part of the conveyor belt. You know what I mean? It might be different. It might be a different result. You don't need to be angry all the time. Just smoke a little bit. Maybe you'll just relax. Maybe some yoga, some kung fu, some you know what I mean? You know what I mean? Maybe. I don't know. The Germans I know in the United States, I know a few. I actually worked I was their IT guy for a German company. And the guy did not, I mean, the guy, I don't know, he seemed all right. He seemed like a nice guy. We laughed, made fun of Trump all the time. It was funny. It was a good guy. I don't know. It was, he didn't seem so, what we call this is anal. Anal? Well, not that anal. But when over here, when you say somebody's really anal, it means everything has to be done by the books. You know what I mean? Cross your T's and dot those I's, man. If you don't, we're gonna have a problem here, because you know what I mean. Everything needs to be in certain order, like he said. And over here, we just call that stop being so anal. Relax. God, it's only one life to live. Why be mad your whole life? You know what I mean? I don't know. Talk to me, Germany. Talk to me. Are you guys really this crazy? Are you guys really this pissed off? You guys really don't like being in traffic for more than 1.3 seconds? Come on now. You got a beautiful country. Sorry. You had a terrible looking country. You got ugly women. I was going to say beautiful women, but no, I got to say ugly women. Your food sucks, and there you go. Hope you feel better. Hope you feel better now. All right. So from now on, I'll make videos of the worst places to visit in Germany. They're horrific, ugly, terrible. People are mean. Politicians suck. And then maybe I'll get a whole bunch of likes. Oh, love this video. This is wonderful. Oh, you Germans. Funny. All right. There you go, people. 10 things you should never do in Germany. Let me know if it's true, please. Let me know if it's all true, that what he said. Is he exaggerating? Just let me know. Take care. Peace out. Gute Nacht.